Reggae Just Extra with Ras Dennis.
I don't wanna wait in vain for your love.
The lyrics of Bob Marley's Waiting in Vain powerfully capture the heartache of a man who has spent years longing for love that remains unreturned. From the moment he first laid eyes on the girl, his heart guided him to her, igniting a deep desire to be together. Yet, despite his unwavering affection, she does not feel the same. He senses that she is keeping him on a string, but paradoxically, he chooses to wait, convinced that the hope of her love is preferable to the emptiness of her absence. He yearns for clarity, unwilling to be treated like a puppet, as he seeks to reclaim his agency in this emotional dance. Even decades after its release, Bob Marley's haunting ballad Waiting in Vain continues to resonate deeply with listeners across the globe. Recent speculation has added an intriguing layer to the song. Was it inspired by a secret romance with a Miss World? Released in 1977 on the iconic album Exodus, Waiting in Vain marks a profound departure from Marley's more politically charged works, revealing lyrics that are intensely personal, heartfelt, and steeped in longing. This is the untold story of Bob, Cindy, and Rita as told by Ras Dennis. The song powerfully conveys deep emotions of love, yearning, and unwavering patience. With tears in his eyes, he stands ready to wait for her, as her love offers him solace from the burdens of life. For 3 long years, he has been knocking on her door, prepared to continue this relentless pursuit, fueled by the hope that she will eventually return to him. The chorus resonates with his plea, expressing his desperation not to wait in vain as the seasons change around him while he remains in limbo. This mystery has captivated listeners for years. Who was Bob truly waiting for? What love stirred within him so deeply that it inspired such a raw and emotionally charged piece? And insiders from Marley's circle in the mid-1970s have hinted at a romantic involvement with a remarkable Caribbean-born Miss World, widely believed to be Cindy Breakspeare. The relationship between Bob Marley and Cindy Breakspeare was strikingly referred to as the Beauty and the Beast, a nickname that underscored the dramatic contrast between Marley's image as a legendary musical icon and Breakspeare's celebrated status as Miss World 1976. Breakspeare, a talented Canadian-Jamaican jazz singer, was with Marley from 1976 until his death in 1981, and their bond resulted in the birth of their son, Damian Marley. Despite Bob's marriage to Rita Marley, his affair with Cindy was not only public but also the subject of intense media scrutiny, especially in the wake of Breakspeare's Miss World triumph. Many may not fully appreciate that the emotional song Waiting in Vain was likely inspired by the early tumultuous period of Bob's romantic life. During this challenging time, he found himself ensnared in a complex tapestry of emotions, torn between his obligation to Rita and his profound love for Cindy. An old friend of Marley once said, Bob was conflicted. He cherished Cindy profoundly but struggled with the consequences of abandoning his marriage. This song became his conduit for that heart-wrenching pain. The lyric, "It's been 3 years since I've been knocking on your door," encapsulates Bob's relentless pursuit of Cindy, painting a vivid picture of his internal battle with a love that society deemed forbidden. In a compelling documentary featuring Rita Marley, she recalled, "I remember when we were working on the Exodus album, and he was creating a song that I later learned he wrote for Cindy shortly after they met. I was taken aback and said, 'What? You wrote this song for Cindy, and you want me to sing it? I will not sing it.'" In the same documentary, Cindy Breakspeare confidently proclaimed, "Absolutely, Turn Your Lights Down Low is my song." It's been said that all the tracks on that album were penned during the peak of our relationship. I know he faced significant criticism for that. Alan Cole, reflecting on Bob Marley's life, described Cindy Breakspeare as an incredible presence, while also acknowledging that Rita was his first love. He emphasized that although Rita contributed immensely to his journey, it didn't overshadow the solace he found in Cindy Breakspeare. She played a pivotal role in his ascent to fame. I vividly remember a tabloid headline that read "The Beauty and the Beast," sparking public curiosity. At that point, Marley wasn't yet a star. He was just beginning to emerge, and our support was crucial to his rise. This dynamic undoubtedly shaped the perception of him as a Rasta man, particularly with someone like Miss World. This association truly fueled his career. He embraced this reality and recognized its significance, but because of who he was, he didn't let it overly excite him, Cole stated. Cole passionately defended Cindy in the face of backlash following her heartfelt memorial for Marley on his birthday. despite the criticisms from many Jamaicans who attempted to put her in her place by calling her a side chick. Cole asserted, "What happened cannot be undone." He emphasized that Marley truly loved Cindy and highlighted that those criticizing Breakspeare were not only absent during significant moments but also lacked an understanding of the artist's genuine feelings. Cynthia Jean Cameron Breakspeare captured the world's attention when she was crowned Miss World in 1976. Shortly thereafter, she began a passionate relationship with the legendary Bob Marley, a bond that endured until his untimely passing in 1981. At that time, Marley was married to Rita Marley, a talented producer of the acclaimed film Bob Marley, One Love, alongside their children, Ziggy and Cedella Marley. Despite his marriage, Marley's life was marked by numerous romantic entanglements, including relationships with Pascaline Bongo and Yvette Crichton, the latter of whom gave birth to Marley's youngest child, Makeda John Esther Marley, in 1981. This was just 3 years after Breakspeare welcomed their son, Damian Marley, in 1978. On the other hand, Rita Marley, born Alpharetta Constania Anderson on July 25, 1946, to Cynthia Beta Jarrett and Leroy Anderson, married Bob Marley on February 10, 1966 in Kingston, Jamaica. Together, they shared a powerful legacy. Bob fathered 3 children with Rita and embraced another child from her previous relationships as his own, all carrying the Marley name. Furthermore, Rita welcomed another daughter, Sarita Stewart, in 1985, a poignant reminder of resilience 4 years after Bob's passing. Beyond her role as a mother and wife, Rita Marley has made an extraordinary impact by adopting 35 children from Ethiopia, tirelessly working to transform their lives for the better. Her dedication serves as a testament to the powerful legacy of love and compassion that both she and Bob Marley left behind. In 1996, the Jamaican government recognized her extraordinary contributions by awarding her the Order of Distinction. Her remarkable achievements are numerous and impactful. At the same time, fans continue to celebrate Rita Marley for her unwavering strength and courage during Bob Marley's most challenging moments. It's crucial to acknowledge that, amidst the controversy, both Rita and Cindy played pivotal roles during Bob Marley's final days.
No, I don't wanna wait in vain.
That's it for this episode, and thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, give a thumbs up, and leave a positive comment in the section below, and I'll see you again very soon for another interesting video.
Many thanks for watching Reggae Just Extra with Ras Dennis.